Folks, what I have here today is the Aqua Quest Guide Tarp. This is a 10 by 10 tarp that is strong, durable, lightweight, and also extremely waterproof. You all have seen me use this over the course of over a year in many different adventures. You all have seen me use this in thunderstorms. Some of those storms, knockdown storms. I mean, lots of rain, strong winds, a lot of lightning, and this tarp has never let me down. This is an agenda-free review of this product, and the review begins now. To start off, let's go over some stats for this product and some of the other tarps that are available with the Guide series. First off, you need to know that AquaQuest has many different series of tarps, and they're basically broken down into strengths. So this is the Guide series. There's also like a heavy duty series if you need a tarp that is super strong. With a strong tarp comes a lot of weight. This, in my opinion, offers a good balance of strength and weight, and also size. As you all can see here, this isn't all that big. This is a 10 by 10 tarp, and this weighs 1 pound, 6.3 ounces. And there are many sizes of this tarp available from AquaQuest, including a 10 by 7, a 13 by 10, a 20 by 13, and so on. When it comes to the prices of those, this one here is $100. The 10 by 7, that is 80 bucks. The 13 by 10 is 120, and the 20 by 13 is 180. Let me say this, that is the retail price found at the AquaQuest website. You can find these for cheaper, for less at Amazon and so on. Usually on Amazon you can find them for about $20 less than what I stated, but of course it will depend. Things vary when it comes to Amazon, that's for sure. Before I set up the tarp, let's go over what you receive if you purchase one, and also the size of this when it's compressed. You're looking at roughly 11.5 inches by 4.5 inches. And what you receive is the storage bag and the tarp. Talking about the storage bag here for a second, this offers you a good amount of space inside of here. You can easily get this tarp rolled up and put it in here. It's not a tight fit, in other words. Now, with that being said, I'm going to set up the tarp so we can take a look at it. As you all can see, the tarp has been set up, and this is ready to rock and roll. I've used a combination of natural elements and also elephant poles. They're green elephant poles, and they are awesome. They're not for backpacking, but for car camping, truck camping, and overlanding, they are very good. Anyways, the tarp has been set up, and let's take a look at the features that it has. First off, let's focus on the tie-off points. This tarp has a ton of them. 17 tie-off points, 16 around the sides, and 1 in the center of the tarp. That way you can actually support this. You can tie it off to like an overhead branch and then stake it out. That right there is an awesome feature. Next up, let's talk about the seams. All of the seams for this tarp have been taped. That includes the center seam and also the tie-off points here in the corners. I've already talked about the weight of this tarp, which is 1 pound, 6.3 ounces. Now let's talk about the materials. This is a 40 denier nylon ripstop, and it has been dual coated with polyurethane and silicone. It is available in one color, and that's the color you see here, green, and that's it. And with the 10 by 10 tarp, it offers you 92 square feet of coverage. And that takes us over to the reviews, starting with the pros. Pro number 1 is durability, and considering just how lightweight this tarp is, it is impressive. I've taken this tarp out into some serious thunderstorms. Check this out, everyone. Woo! I mean, situations where the winds were blowing 30, 40 miles an hour. In fact, there was one trip I took this out for. I mean, it was a serious thunderstorm. I set the tarp up in a shelf formation, and the winds were coming this way, hitting the backside of that tarp, this tarp. And I tell you what, I was amazed that this tarp did not tear because those winds were insane. I was able to camp out, I was able to go through the storm, I stayed dry, I was able to have lunch, and the wind wasn't a factor either. So without a doubt, this is a very durable tarp. I've touched upon the next pro already, and that is weight. At less than 2 pounds for a 10 by 10 tarp, that's not bad. Is it the lightest tarp out there? No. But the weight is good for the money, and the weight is good for the quality. And that's the third point. The quality of this tarp is excellent. You can take a look at all the seam work. There's no holes, there's no light shining through, everything's been taped. This is, without a doubt, an excellent quality tarp. Point number 4, waterproofness. I've never had an issue with this tarp leaking. It does feature a 5,000 millimeter hydrostatic head rating. Thanks to the fact that this has been seam taped, you do not have to worry about seam sealing this yourself, and that's a huge plus. The next point, There are a ton of tie-off points, including the center point. All of these points translate to a high number of configurations that you can use this tarp to set up with. The more tie-off points you have, the more setups you can do. Also, with more tie-off points means that you can set this up in more diverse locations that would be complicated or hard for tarps that have less tie-off points. I love the fact that this tarp has no grommets that could be torn out. That's a huge plus. Everything has been sewn in, everything has been reinforced, and I've had no issues with these tie-off points at all. The stuff sack is of a very good size. You can easily fit this tarp inside of it. You don't have to struggle there. Speaking of which, the tarp does fold down fairly small. And that takes us over to the cons, everyone. Con number one is price. This is a pricey tarp. $100 retail for this tarp is rather expensive. There are certainly good quality tarps out on the market that cost less than this, and I've reviewed many of them. Make sure to check out my channel. Check out the shelters playlist because you will find tents and tarps, bivvies, and so on there. Anyways, the price is a little bit expensive, but what you're getting for that price is excellent quality, excellent durability, and also a lifetime warranty with this product. All in all, this is the summary here. This is a very good product that I can easily recommend. I have put my life in the hands of this tarp many times. It has never let me down, even in situations where it should have. For the money, the strength of this tarp is incredibly impressive. Again, this is not a heavy duty tarp. This tarp doesn't weigh 3-4 pounds, right? It weighs less than 2 pounds. It's a 10 by 10, and it has put up with some serious conditions. And with that being true, I am impressed with this tarp. I can easily recommend it. Again, there are less expensive tarps out there. I've reviewed many. Check out my playlist. For the money, the quality is here. The strength is here. The waterproofness is here. AquaQuest, in my opinion, makes some of the best tarps out on the market today. They can be a little bit pricey, but that's how it goes. You pay for quality. If you search hard enough, you could find a 10 by 10 tarp for 20 bucks, but it's not going to be as strong as this, and that's simply a fact. Ultimately, everyone, if you decide to purchase this tarp, that is completely up to you. I don't care. The Outdoor Gear Review is agenda free, and so is this review. I do not do sponsored reviews. I do not do paid reviews. Nothing like that. 98% of the gear that you see on this channel, I purchase myself, including this tarp. And there's a reason for that. First off, I'm agenda free. Second, most companies are not willing to share products to be honestly reviewed. It's a simple fact. They are scared. That's how it is. Anyways, everyone, that wraps up this episode. Make sure to share your thoughts. What do you all think about the AquaQuest tarp? And what do you all think about AquaQuest in general? I love reading your comments. I love the feedback. You guys have such kind things to say about the channel. I really appreciate it. But yeah, make sure to share your thoughts about this company, about this product, and what tarp you personally like. What other tarp that I've reviewed do you like? Folks, be well, be safe, strength and honor. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.